All right, T-minus 10 minutes now and counting. Democratic Congressman Eric Massa just telling Fox he will resign, even as he says powerful Democrats are doing everything they can to force the issue on him. Massa claims top Dems want him out now because he voted against health care reform last fall, and they don't much appreciate his sticking around. Now, Gianni Russo says it is like being back in the mob. He played famously Carlo Ruiz. I love this scene in the original Godfather. Could you imagine being the guy getting beat up? Anyway, Gianni Jersey right now. Good to have you.
It's my pleasure, always.
All right. So Massa's going to say old Chicago type politics, where he was kind of told, you vote against health care, you're not welcome.
Well, it's interesting. You know, I think the Rom shower situation, that's an old Capone tactic. They used to meet in showers.
We browbeat someone in the shower why did you do this? And
well, the thing is, you can't wear a wire in the shower. You can't have a gun on. And it's my conversation with you and me, and there's nobody else there.
We haven't confirmed the shower. Pam, have we confirmed that?
Oh, I've confirmed it.
You have confirmed it?
Yes, I confirmed it. No, you won't.
I don't want to go there.
No,
right, but so that is a very intimidating tactic. But what do you make of this idea that, well, you know, a lot of people are saying, Johnny, that maybe what Massa's doing is just trying to displace attention on a scandal that's erupted with him and at a party last New Year's Eve, and instead saying, you know, it's all because of my health care thing. You're saying that there's enough there, right?
Well, I think they're digging up stuff. I mean, first of all, if I
and that's what you do.
Yeah. So if I were he, why would I mention that, you know, I was at a party, we had 15 gins, a couple of bottles of champagne, and I'm fondling the bridesmaid. It's like Sonny Corleone at my wedding. What do we, you know, it's like so many repeats. I mean, I can't believe this is an interesting administration. I mean,
okay.
They're playing all kinds of games.
Yeah, so many weddings I could talk about. But is this a way to intimidate, though? I mean, in other words, we're kind of kidding about in the Godfather movies that was it, right? You got the message that if you're not playing along, you're not welcome to come along.
Well, you know, I thought during the day, like most of your listeners, where he was going to make a decision in the next couple of minutes. Well, I thought maybe he really was going to change because they said he was going to rescind his termination. But maybe somebody else got to him on the way.
Does it strike you as odd, Jenna, that Charlie Rangel, who has his own series of financial scandals to address, well, unproven yet, but he stepped down as House Ways and Means Chairman, but he didn't leave Congress. And I'm wondering if it's because he's for health care reform, Massa not so much, and that is the difference.
Well, Massa was the decision. He had the deciding vote. So if they get rid of him, Obama needs to pass health care. Has to.
So what do you do to the guy who's not going your way? You embarrass him? You what?
I think you dig up a lot of garbage and threaten him with it. And I think maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I just like reading about it. To me, it's like, you know, watching The Sopranos.
But I always wonder when I watched you in the original Godfather, and I guess you came back in the end in Godfather 2. But I mean, that was just stuff that they made a big movie deal out of, but it wasn't real life kind of stuff.
Well, I don't know, because, you know, I've been invited to so many law firms. They have quotes on the wall. I mean, it's become a cult film over the last 39 years.
That it has.
But I wonder how many people watch it so many times and realize those tactics work. So
the tactics being what you intimidate, you try to change a vote, you remind them of something that you've done in the past, what?
Well, I mean, here we are 3 months after this supposedly New Year's Eve wedding that he was at, and
suddenly it becomes a big issue.
It becomes a big issue. His wife gets stomach flu. She goes back to the room. He doesn't. What else don't we know that went on that night?
So you're not saying, okay, but you're not saying he would have gotten less scrutiny if he were for health care reform?
I don't think he'd have a problem.
Is that so?
That's my thought on it.
Yeah. Now, you're associated with all these mob pictures and everything else. And you look, you know, I'm not saying you look mob, because I got to be very careful here, but I wouldn't mess with you. I would, for example, right now I'm not going to ask you any tough questions. But you're saying that where you're smooth, you look the part. Privately, you might pull me aside and be a very different guy, right? Do you think Barack Obama's that way, or Rahm Emanuel? In public, one way, privately, whether in a shower or in a private office, another way?
Well, you know, Rahm is a pretty strong guy. Powerful, meaning. not strong. But the question mark I have is, why is he in the shower? Why didn't he call the guy on the phone?
Yeah. Well,
Why didn't he go to his office?
Good point. You make a point. Jennifer, so we have to confirm this 6 months ago. I guess that happened. Thanks, buddy.